A very good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Promise Graf, coming to you with this month's news edition. But first, let's take a look at the headlines. Federal elections will be held in Switzerland on 22nd October 2023. Swiss Economics Minister Guy Parmelin calls on households to take responsibility for inflation, raising health insurance premiums and energy prices. Will November once again rhyme with Smoke-Free Month in Switzerland? Calls to mental health helpline by Swiss youth on the rise. The Bern Intervention Centre against domestic violence strives to put an end to any form of domestic abuse. High-quality journalism in Switzerland. Get to know two digital and independent platforms, the Lamm and Hauptstadt. Bicantonal networking event about social security and law on foreign nationals and integration in Basel. REFLEKT, first investigative and independent research team in Switzerland. Nigerians in Switzerland and Liechtenstein showed a massive appreciation to their ambassador. Federal elections will be held in Switzerland on 22nd October 2023 to elect all members of the National Council and the Council of States. It's a well-documented fact that some population with migration backgrounds do not take part in voting process. Dashboard TV Switzerland took to the streets to find out why.
Sometimes I don't really understand the topic, so then I don't really go into and I don't take the informations. And when it depends on our younger people, I like to vote,
Nee, also wenn mich das Thema interessiert, dann schon, aber meistens eher nicht.
Nee, weil ich denke, auch wenn ich wähle, das macht keinen Unterschied.
It's time to decide who sits in the Swiss Parliament by casting your vote in the federal elections on October 22nd. Your vote decides who represents your voice. Prices of everyday goods have been rising in Switzerland, especially when it comes to electricity, food, rent, and health care. Swiss Economics Minister Guy Parmelin said, "There is no quick fix for the loss of purchasing power, and everyone should ask themselves how they can contribute to containing costs." Citing the example of health insurance premium reductions, he points the finger at the cantons. Some cantons have not made sufficient use of their leeway to cushion the impact of premiums on their populations. The minister said individuals have the opportunity to change health insurers and save money. When it comes to energy prices, the minister believes that the cantons and communes have a role to play. They would have the power to say, "We are only passing on part of the price increase to the population." The minister considers that he can only act on rent increases. In his view, it would be conceivable to introduce a mandatory form at federal level to force landlords to publish the previous rent in the event of a change of tenancy. Did you know that if you stop smoking for a month, you are 5 times more likely to quit smoking? The good news is that November will see the second edition of Smoke-Free Month. Once again, this year, you can register for free on www.monthwithouttobacco.ch. You will then receive a whole range of support during the 10 days of preparation in October and then throughout November. How does it work? The idea is simple. Smokers quit together and motivate each other in Facebook groups by sharing their experiences, fears, successes, and motivations with other participants. On top of that, you will get free professional support from healthy experts who will give you personalized advice. In short, you're supported every day with the best tips to help you overcome the challenges of quitting smoking, including a practical guide in the form of a personalized diary. So if you've been thinking about quitting smoking, November could be the time to get started. Visit www.monthwithouttobacco.ch for more information. The number 147 is Pro-Juventude free and confidential helpline for young people to call with concerns and questions. The duration of calls to the hotline has increased in the last couple of years. Almost half of these calls concern mental health problems, such as depression and anxiety. Among the more serious cases, 7 to 8 young people a day call 147 for suicidal thoughts. Pro-Juventude also reports that cases of self-harm have partially increased in early 2023. Sometimes the seriousness of the situation of young people calling 147 requires immediate action. In the first half of 2023, 74 interventions were recorded, 35 of them in French-speaking part of Switzerland. Desperate TV Switzerland would like to advise any parent who noticed a mental health issue in their children to call the Pro-Juventude for counseling and help. If you feel unsafe or even threatened in your relationship or in your family, if you or somebody you know suffers from violence at home, you can always get help. The Bern Intervention Office Against Domestic Violence works very actively on combating the issue, protecting victims and holding those responsible for violence accountable. On the new website Hello Bern, you can find a lot of important information in various languages. Desperate TV Switzerland had a chance to talk to Liz Füglister, the head of this office. Ms. Füglister shared with us the definition of domestic violence and where both victims and perpetrators can find help.
Im Kanton Bern gibt es ganz viele verschiedene Stellen, die sich mit häuslicher Gewalt gut auskennen. Es gibt auch viele Stellen, die gut vernetzt sind untereinander.
High-quality journalism is one of our most important values, and so it is for an online magazine, Das Lamm, which guarantees you access to critical, self-organized and completely free of advertising media. The team of Das Lamm often writes on topics which rarely are shown in other Swiss media. We visited the editor of Das Lamm, Timo Christin, who told us more about their motivation and mission behind.
Das ist unsere Mission und, wenn man so will, die Vision, die dahinter steckt, das wäre eine freie und eine gut informierte Gesellschaft, in der Wissen dazu beiträgt, Barrieren abzubauen. Das ist uns ganz wichtig, das ist ein Teil unserer Idee beim Lamm.
To go more locally, we invite you to enjoy publications from Hauptstadt. It's one of the few online medias where one can read, besides other news, you will find more about events and news related to the city of Bern. For their tremendous effort in bringing non-profit journalism to the next level, Hauptstadt team won a Swiss Press Award in 2023. We had an honor to be present at a members event here in Bern, which was followed by a marvelous performance from Swiss poetry, as well as talk to Marina Bosley, the founder of Hauptstadt.
Wir sind ein unabhängiges Berner Medium, das gegründet wurde von Journalistinnen und Journalisten, die nicht mehr zuschauen wollen, der eigentlich immer zurückgehenden Medienvielfalt.
Integration Department of the Canton of Basel-Landschaft, together with Integration and Anti-Racism Office Basel-Stadt, held an event in Basel focusing on the topic of social security and law on foreigners and their integration. The main factor taken into consideration by the migration authorities when assessing the legally needed integration of migrants is independence from social support. Since the amended law in 2019 went into effect, immigrants who become dependent on social assistance may lose their right to residence or their residence permit is degraded. Some of those impacted reject social assistance funds and accept the possibility of poverty out of dread and tremendous uncertainty. The parliamentary initiative Poverty is Not a Crime by National Councillor Samira Marti proposes the following solutions. Foreigners who receive social assistance and have resided in Switzerland for at least 10 years and whose financial situation was not intentionally imposed should not lose their right to residence. Research team REFLEKT represents journalism's fight against declining quality. It opposes secrecy, wrongdoing, and power abuse. Through accessible, in-depth research, REFLEKT helps to inform society and strengthen democracy. In order to uncover concerns and encourage openness, the REFLEKT team concentrates on long investigative projects, lasting up to several months, which are difficult to undertake for typical editorial offices. We were very pleased to be able to talk to people behind this project, Christian Zayer and Johanna Weidmann.
Das oberste Ziel von REFLEKT ist, Transparenz zu schaffen und Missstände aufzudecken, die relevant sind für die Schweiz.
Ambassador Baba M. Madugu's tenure as the Nigerian ambassador to Switzerland and the Principality of Liechtenstein has been marked by unwavering dedication to his diplomatic responsibilities, his exemplary service and commitment to fostering positive relations with both host nations have left a lasting impact. As an experienced diplomat, Ambassador Baba Madugu has not only streamlined bureaucratic processes but also played a pivotal role in peacefully resolving issues affecting Nigerians and Nigerian organizations in Switzerland.
How Nigerian or African market is important for Ethiopian airline? Yes, there are a lot of similarities between, to be specific, between Nigeria and Ethiopia. This is number one, is the biggest destination we are flying inside Africa is Nigeria.
The lucky person is 0126.
Could you put your hands together for Chijioke?
His proactive approach to addressing the concerns of the Nigerian community in Switzerland has earned him their trust and admiration. As the saying goes, every good turn deserves another. The Nigerians and Friends of Nigerians in Switzerland and Liechtenstein hosted His Excellency to an appreciation gala dinner, an event organized by Diaspora TV Switzerland at the Hilltop Villa in Bern.
Ambassador is a special person. He's close to his community. I personally wish him all the best for him and for his family.
He has done so much great things for us, and he's a father figure and a person to emulate. And I hope anyone who comes after him will do more than he has done, because he's a great human being.
This event, which is for me, is so beautiful, and I'm happy that it has taken place. I was not expecting as much, and I'm really happy for the kindness shown to me by the organizers and other Nigerians who have presented me with a lot of gifts that I will live to remember.
Thank you for joining us today. I am Promise Graf, and I wish you a wonderful time.